Welcome to week 11. I think we're in spring this week, March 25th through the 29th. So, to begin with, all of you have received your LREs back, so you are hopefully working on revisions if you chose to do that. Please send me an email by Monday, March 25th at 5 o'clock if you plan to revise your essay and tell me what you plan to do. Hopefully, you've figured out that with the T-charts I've been giving you, the plus side are the positive things about your paper, and the minus side are the areas of concern or areas that you should definitely focus on when you revise. So please make sure you're addressing all the items under the minus sign in the T-chart. Revised LRE essays are due by Wednesday, March 27th at 5 o'clock p.m. And please send these revisions to me in an email. Also helpful for me would be if you would go ahead and highlight all of the areas that you've added to or changed in some way, maybe in orange so I can easily spot those. I usually look at your rubric and I look at your original essay and I look at the suggestions I gave and see if you made the necessary changes. I'm really concerned, number one, for your grade, but then number two, that you have an essay that's able to pass portfolio, because that's the goal for everything at the end. Next thing you need to do is post to the discussion board the rough draft of your ARE. And at this point, you have added all of the sources, and you've been working on this over the past week. So by 5 o'clock p.m. on Monday, please post your rough draft. Then read the essays of two of your peers who appear directly under your name. That way everybody should have a chance to have at least two people read their essay. So you're completing a peer review, and you will find the format for this in the week 11 folder. If you want to just copy and paste it into the document right below your peer's essay, that would be great. And please complete those two peer reviews by Wednesday, March 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. Then the final draft of your ARE is due this Friday, which is March 29th at 5 o'clock p.m. You can submit this through the assignment tab as you've done all of the other major essays. And because a major essay is due this week, there is no journal. But if you have questions or concerns along the way, please send me an email. As you're looking at the ARE, and this is a final chance to go through it all, make sure you've got everything. This can be either APA or MLA, but not both. Occasionally we get a student who kind of does a little bit of both in their essay. Please pick one or the other, either APA or MLA. You want to try to choose the format style that will most likely fit your major. If you're going into a major concerning the sciences, probably APAs, which you'll be using a lot in the future. There must be a counter argument in your ARE. So you're arguing your opinion, which is your thesis. Make sure you bring up the counter argument. You should also have a source that goes with the counter argument. Make sure your essay also has a background paragraph. If you look at the rubric, which I'm also attaching to this announcement again, you'll notice that all the criteria are listed on there, and those are some of the things that you should have. Your permalinks should be working. So if I've said it before over the proposal or the LRE, if I noted that your permalinks were not working, they definitely need to be working for the ARE. If you're not sure how to do this, there is a video. If the video is not sufficient, go to the library. They're happy to help you there. It's really just a click of the permalink button on the right-hand side of the screen. Now, each body paragraph does need a topic sentence, so make sure that you go back through and check for that. You should be transitioning from one paragraph to the next smoothly. And you need a total of 3 paraphrases and 3 direct quotes by the time your paper's finished. 8 to 10 pages is what we're looking for. Does not count a title page or the works cited page. And this is really important. You should have process work saved. What that means is if you have a first draft or a second draft of the ARE, hopefully you're keeping these in some kind of a folder and not writing over them, because when you submit to the portfolio, they're going to ask you for the process work. And the focus in this essay is a sustained argument on a topic. So make sure that you stick to the requirements. Again, portfolio requirements. If you're not following the directions on the rubric, you will not get a good grade. So, please pay attention to those directions. And then looking ahead, next week we're going to start with, once you've turned in the ARE, we're looking into kind of going back through all of your papers and revising for the portfolio. At this point, I've given you the option to revise every one of your essays. And I've given you my feedback on the revisions and revised your grade as appropriate. So if there were some other things I noted, like please change for the portfolio. Now's the time to go back through and make sure you change it for the portfolio. And we do have a final paper, which is called the reflection paper. Not nearly as long or as complicated as the others have been, and this will be the very, very last thing that you write for this class. So once you finish with the ARE, looking ahead to that, and we're also going to be developing the portfolio, the actual template very soon. So that's why if you go back and start revising some of your essays, they will be ready to put into the template. And that is the final thing you do, is getting that portfolio submitted. So a couple weeks away yet, but looking ahead, that's what we're looking up to. And last but not least, have a great week. I know it gets really busy, and now we're back from break. Everybody's going again. But if you have questions or any concerns, please send me an email. And have a good week.